Hi everyone, this is Rinch again. So for today's video, I'm going to have a guest on my YouTube channel. It's gonna be my husband. So for today's edition, it's going to be questions to ask when you are married. Alright, so we are going to start. Come over here, babe.
Okay. And I got another guest.
Yeah, we have another special guest. Our baby. Yep, look at that baby. So first question. How was our relationship changed since we first met? So you first.
Well, we got married. That's a big change.
Yeah, that's a big
It's a very big change. Then we had this little thing. That changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed from just being people we talk to and chat to living with this person.
Yeah, I
That was
agree.
a big change.
Yeah, the same for me. The big change is because we have a baby now, so we cannot do the things that we used to do before because we need to bring our baby. All right. So, second question. What's your favorite memory of our early dating days? So, I'm going to answer this first. So, actually we really don't have dating days.
Yeah, we didn't really date. I would say the drama was one of the ones that was the funnest. There was a lot of drama as she started to acclimate to America and being here, because that was really our first time of dating, if you will. When she moved here to America on her 90-day fiance visa, there was a lot of adjustment and a lot of stress and drama, if you can believe it, from this little creature here.
Yeah, there was too much drama. At first I thought we're not gonna last. I thought I'm gonna go home.
Tell them the story about you running away.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that maybe on our next vlog. I mean, my experience here when I came over. It was just really funny, my experience. But yeah, as I've said, we really don't have that dating days because we're like long distance relationship. But if you do have more questions, we are going to make another video of that. So number third question. When it comes to parenting, how do you feel about discipline? Oops. Oh yeah, we need to start disciplining this baby. It's because he loves to move around now. But serious though.
Serious? Well, I grew up and I got spankings as I was a kid. I earned every one of them. I do believe in spankings, but only when they are needed. Hey. And not excessive. And an explanation of why they are getting a spanking and corporal punishment, as they call it. I do believe in talking and reasoning, letting the child know why you are correcting them. I'm not going to say discipline because that gives discipline a bad name.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's corrections. It's for their good, and like I said, I do believe in talking to them and explaining why you are correcting them instead of just hitting them.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, I think the discipline word, it's kind of like negative. So yeah, I agree with him. And of course, you need to teach them some manners.
Yes.
That is more important. Okay, next. Next question. Right, number 4. Is there anything that I can do to communicate better when we have a conflict?
Are you gonna answer that one first? Or you want me to answer it first?
I think I'm gonna answer it first. Yeah, I think it's better for me. Like if we have conflict, we need to talk about it, because sometimes like if we argue on something, we just don't talk about it. Because it's so hard to answer this question. Yeah, I think we shouldn't like not ignore it, because sometimes when we argue on something, we just let it go. So we have to start talking about it, like your feelings. And since we're making this video, sometimes we're every time we like have an argument, instead of fixing it, we are more grumpy to each other. So I guess we need to listen. The other person needs to listen and explain how we resolve the problem itself. What about you?
I think definitely talking about it before it becomes too big of an issue is important, and tone. Tone of voice is very important. I sometimes feel like when you bring something to me, you're bringing it in an accusative way, and you start off just hard right off the boat, and it irritates me, or you're trying to make me feel like I'm less, and mostly just with your tone. And I think that I kind of shut down because of things in my past, and I get very combative because of things in my past as well. And so that makes it very difficult for me to communicate, because I'm on that fight or flight mode right there. But I definitely think that talking about it sooner than later, when we notice that things are an issue, helps, and being open and honest about our feelings with each other, and letting the other person share their feelings and have their feelings is important.
Yeah, so I guess I need to start to change.
I need to start changing too.
Like in a good way, It doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you want change. It's a negative. Sometimes it's a good way, like for our relationship to work. Number 5. What's your favorite thing about married life so far?
Me?
Yeah.
Having someone to come home to at night is nice. Yeah. It's nice. Having someone that is there for you when you need to talk to someone, or being encouraging and supportive of things that you do, even if they don't understand. Because that's important. And getting that for me as a man, getting that praise and that ego boost, getting, oh wow, you did a really good job, and being thankful for the things that I do, and saying them, not just assuming that I know that she's thankful for them. That's important.
Wow, I like hearing that. I mean, not just like, I love hearing that coming from you.
When you're, again, as a man, when your wife is supportive and complimentative, and like, wow, you did a really good job, even if it's like you simply cleaned out the drain in the shower. Oh no! When her hair is clogged it up, and she's like, wow, thank you so much for that. And you feel good about it, and it's easy to do nice things for someone when they are nice to you, and you feel like you like the person.
Yeah. And also you have instant best friend, because you can talk about everything, gossips about everything, and also patient, because that's the only person that have a long patience with you. Because if the person doesn't know you, he or she not gonna marry you. Yeah. And next, what activity makes you feel alive?
You answered that one.
I mean, right now I started working out because it feel like I'm useless. I feel that sometimes.
I feel that a lot.
Yeah, because I only take care of Koa, and it feels like I'm just at home, and I don't want you to think that I'm not doing anything. So just to make myself also feel better, I started working out. I just started last week. What about you?
I think it's a lot of the same. I used to be very active, very, very active. I was going to martial arts about 3 to 5 times a week and going to the gym 3 times a week. So I was very active doing things. And then when Koa was born, I went to doing nothing. Literally nothing. I sat at home. I work from home. So I went from going and doing and having friends and activities that I could do to nothing. And so the thing that has made me feel alive here lately is getting back into martial arts again after almost 2 years of being out and working out. And along the same lines, I felt kind of useless and worthless because there wasn't a lot that I could do when Koa was a baby and just laying there before he got to crawling and walking around and being like this. I just didn't do a whole lot. I ended up putting on about almost 30 pounds, and it wasn't good weight that I've worked to get taken off. And doing martial arts and being in that sitting or that setting is very important for me, and it does make me feel alive. I missed it, and I didn't know how much I had missed it until I got back into it, and it definitely is important that you find something to do that gets you feeling good about yourself. Because these little boogers take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
They take a lot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being a mom. I love my baby. It's just that, sometimes you have that feeling that you're doubting yourself. So you need to find something that makes you feel alive. I mean, that baby definitely makes me feel alive. It's just that you need to have like a hobby. Not it because you become a mom or a dad, you should like forget yourself. You need to find something to go on aside from having a child.
You have to have something besides just baby.
Yeah. All right, next. I'm gonna skip this one because it feels like, I'm gonna skip that one. What is your favorite memory of us together? Oh, me first. Us together, our first vacation when we went to Eureka, because it was COVID.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, we had fun. It's just that
we got great rates too.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID, and we still had fun. It's just that you couldn't do a whole lot because there's lots of restriction. But we're able to spend time together, even with COVID and everything. He still managed to take me on a vacation, so I really appreciate it. And it's our first. Is it?
2 vacations. We went to Eureka Springs.
No. But my question is, what is your favorite memory of us together?
Okay.
So our first vacation, because it's like a whole week. Yeah.
I think. I think it was the first time I came over to the Philippines, and we went. And we saw Bakari, and I got to meet your friends and your family, and we got to spend actual time together instead of just video chatting and texting.
Yeah.
And we got to spend time and go see things and do things, and we got to eat lots of good food, and I got to see all the cool sights.
But
and
it was short.
It was short, but I really enjoyed it, especially like the part where you took me to Bakari and you were really excited about the trees. And they are beautiful.
I know. I know you're gonna say it. I hate you. I mean,
And she was showing me the trees, and I look around. I'm like, they're pine trees, and that's not very common in the Philippines. And when she told me about the trees, she's like, "You just wait till you see the trees. You're not gonna believe it." And we're walking down the street, and there's mango trees and avocado trees and dragon fruit trees and all these tropical fruit trees. And she's like, the trees there in Bakari are what's impressive.
but hold on, hold on. The reason why I want to show you that trees because not just America have pine trees, also Philippines.
But they're not common there. And I got there, and I'm looking for these trees. I'm looking all around, and she's like, "Look at the trees," and I'm like, "These are pine trees." And she's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "This is Arkansas." It's like they're beautiful. I love pine trees, but it was a very funny memory. And then we all climbed up. Yumi and Aimee climbed up on these rocks.
Yeah.
And when we were there were no guardrails, and it was pretty dangerous. And we climbed out like on this very jagged rock, and also took pictures. And the scenery was
so beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful everywhere you looked. And it was just a fun trip, even though I was suffering from jet lag horribly. I still had a lot of fun.
And also, I didn't know that I'm like here when I came over that it's gonna be a bunch of trees, like more trees than the place that I was living in the Philippines.
But they're, like I said, they're not very common in the Philippines, so I can understand the excitement.
Yeah, but again, it was
because the mango trees and coconut trees are just, you know, like, oh yeah, that's a mango tree. And to me, I'm like, oh my god, it's a mango tree.
Well, it's good that you had a really good experience with me your first time visiting Philippines. You wasn't
It was also
scared.
my first time first time overseas off of American soil.
Were you scared?
A little.
A little.
A little. I went to the Philippines by myself without speaking the language and not actually knowing you. Like, I knew you online.
Do you think I'm a scammer?
No, I didn't know. Had no clue. But I went anyway.
Yeah.
Because I could.
He's brave, guys. He is. Oh, this one. What?
Hey, come here. Come here.
What was your first impression of me when we first met?
You answer that one first. Here comes booger.
Well, the first time, my first impression, it was like, oh, he's handsome. He's tall. Well, I really recognize you. Yeah, the first time I saw you. Okay, because hold on our baby. Yeah, so that was my first impression. First, of course, you're good looking. Like, even when you're like coming over towards me, like walking towards me, babe, it feels like my heart stopped. I'm kidding.
Oh wow. I was happy to hear that, and then you're like kidding. So
No, but
heartbroken.
But really though. All right. Next question. What was your first impression of me when we met?
Wow, she's really hot.
Really?
That was my first impression. I saw you from a long ways away, and I recognized you immediately. And my second impression was, she's really short. She's way shorter than I thought. And you were a lot smaller than I thought you were going to be. You were like this bigger, like this big. You were itty bitty. And very delicate and small boned creature. And I was fascinated by it. Because it was like, you're so tiny. And it was so adorable, and I loved it. It was so cute. And, you know, I was like, she's Asian too.
At least you didn't think like, oh my god, where is she? Because
It's
they
like,
said
I'm looking around like, where is she? I was like, oh, there you are.
Because they said like Asian look alike, right? At least you recognize
That's a lie.
me.
That is a lie.
Yeah, I recognize you too.
But you said that all white people look alike.
Yeah, I mean, like really though.
It's true.
At first, like I think every
Yep.
person, like if you're living in a different country, you're gonna think like, oh my god, they kind of like look alike. That was my what I think before. But anyway, my first impression.
Yes, go on.
Well, when you were like walking towards me, and I was like, oh my god, is that really him?
Go on.
Yeah. Like, to be honest though, like I thought it was just like a movie that everything like stopped because he's like so handsome. It's like, "Oh, that's him." And I was thinking also like, oh my god, he might not like me because you're like really handsome, babe.
I remember your wave. You were like,
Yeah, I was like really shy waving. And I was like, oh my god, maybe he don't recognize me. So that's why I was like, hi.
you're like, hi.
Yeah.
Little tiny wave.
Yeah. And also I love your eyes. Like I was looking like we're going to the place. I mean at our hotel. Yeah, I was looking into your eyes and I was like, it's so blue. Because you were wearing also blue shirt that time.
Yeah, and I think my blue jacket I had.
I know
no, it was the
you
black
left it, I think.
that was the second time I left it at the taxi.
At the taxi. Yeah. And I'm really shy, even like he's holding me. Because I was like, this man is too handsome for me.
Was
Yeah.
also, 27.5 hour flight. I was so tired. I remember getting in the taxi with you and...
No, it's not a taxi. It's like a shuttle.
Yeah, the shuttle.
It's a shuttle service.
And just kind of leaning, trying not to fall asleep.
But at first you were like alone talking to me. So I was like just staring at you. Because, I don't know, it's our first time to meet.
Because there's not a lot of blue eyes over there.
I know,
Mostly brown.
Yeah, and also I love his voice. It's too manly. I mean, one of my qualifications, it needs to have a nice voice.
And you still chose me.
I mean, I love your voice. That's why.
I hate my voice. That's
I
one
loved
thing
it.
That I
It's
really,
too
really
manly.
Too,
I think
too
it's
manly.
sexy.
Too manly, huh?
No, it's sexy. Like especially whenever he wakes up. Yeah. Right.
All right.
Well, yeah. Let's go to the next question. I like this. It feels like we are learning again.
We're learning
about each other. All right. Next question. What is the worst thing someone has said to you or your partner over being in an interracial relationship? I don't have a bad experience yet.
I haven't had a bad experience about that yet either, because I don't really have douchebag friends who care about that. They're all really cool with it. Most of my friends are either mixed race or they just don't care. Most of my friends are. I think Josh is the only one who's like 99.99% one race person.
Yeah.
And the rest don't care. The rest have really been excited and supportive of it. They love it. They're really
that's
cool
good
with
to
it.
know. It's just that first stereotyping, whenever a white man or a white woman is marrying a different culture, not on the same culture, they always think they're just want green card. Yeah.
And the sad...
But I want green card.
You wanted that green card. The sad thing is, though, that a lot of it is deserved. You know, the suspicion, like,
Yeah.
is that really the only thing that they're, do they really love each other? Or is she just he or she just using this person to get their citizenship or their green card so they can ditch that person and move on?
Yeah. But for me, I really loved him. And of course, I love green card. And I'm citizen now, so...
So you don't even need it.
Yeah, I don't need green card anymore. But I'm still here with him, plus a baby.
3 now.
Yep, we are family now. Alright, next question. Did you meet on an interracial website? No. Nope. If you want to know more about it, comment below. We are going to make a video or another vlog for that. But no.
No.
Alright, next. What do your friends think about me? I think let's skip this one.
No, let's go with it.
Let's go with it. Alright. I mean, my friends like you. My best friend know him, and then my friends Charlotte, Amy, Lane, they met you and they really like you. And they can sense really that you're a good person. And also for me, I know if a person is not a good person. You really can sense it though, unless you're really dumb.
Or they're really good, one of the two.
Oh yeah, if they're really good. Yeah. They like you a lot. Yeah. Plus, you really take good care of me, and they can see that. Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, you did great. I mean, you're really doing so good.
And my friends love you.
Really?
Like all of them love you. Michael adores you. He thinks you're the greatest. I think it's because you actually let me hang out with him and do guy things every now and then with him, which is different from the past. And all of my other friends think you're great, you're cool, you're still here. The only ones that had a little bit of apprehension, saying, "Hey, is she just here for a green card?" That was about it. Like, you're sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. They're okay with you because you have taken care of me, and you're still here, and you're still with me, and they like that you actually take care of me, and they can tell that you love me and you're supportive, and that's very important to them because I'm their friend, and they're like, I just want to make sure that she's being good to you. I'm like, yeah, she's good.
Well, that's
and
nice
so
to
they
hear.
like you because you are very cool.
Well, that's good to know. And of course, again, guys, it doesn't mean that once you're married, you are going to stop hanging out with your friends. Once in a while, yeah, you need to hang out with your friends. I don't want to be with him all the time because I'll see him like 24 hours. You need a break from each other.
And you especially need a break from your child.
Yeah.
You need to have adult time where you are around adults and not just baby and talking baby.
And I'm so happy also that I married him because he let me to have a day off from our baby. He let me to hang out with my friends and have my me time. Yeah, he encouraged me to go out, not just be at home. And I like that.
Yeah, you need it.
And he always helped me with everything, like house chores, and also with the baby.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Eating.
Yeah.
Help you with eating.
All right, we are on the last question. What does marriage mean to you? You go first.
I think marriage to me is, well, first of all, it's a choice, and it's sacrifice and compromise for coming to an agreement with that person, and like taking your shoes off when you come inside, and it's loving that person enough to where you are willing to make those sacrifices. Like, I want to go hang out with my friend, but you're swamped with housework and baby and different things like that. So I have to give up maybe going and spending time with my friends or doing things that I want to do after work so I can come help you out with baby. So instead of going and playing outside.
Like even before, even we don't have a baby, it still requires sacrifice.
Yeah, like you want to go out and do something, so I'll take care of the housework and clean and cook and everything, and then I want to do it, then you do it.
Because for once you are married, it's not just the wife going to do all the house chores, of course. No. It's going to be between me and you.
But it is going to be mostly the man building things, and repairing things, and taking care of things.
What I was trying to say, because other might think, especially for the other culture, like once you're married, it's going to be the wife going to take care of everything inside the house.
Yeah, like a lot of your friends said that you're basically a maid. If you're Filipino and you come over here, you're gonna be the maid. Well, you're not a maid. You're my wife. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I hate that. Also, like whenever, I'm referring not just Filipino culture, also for the other culture, that if you're a wife, you basically do the house chores by yourself. But I like that here you are helping me doing the house chore, or sometimes you're letting me rest, like you need a break, you need to go out, you don't need to do that right now, because sometimes I'm like, I want to do this right now. Like even I did a whole lot already and you were like, you don't have to. And I like that. And again, for me, of course, it requires love. That's the reason why we are married. But again, this is really true though. I love you, but sometimes there were times that we don't love each other.
True.
Especially like if you we argue. Of course, you hate me, but I love you. It's just that
I wouldn't say
it's a different kind of love sometimes. Yeah, you agree. So yeah, and also you need to have a long patience. It requires long patience.
Yes, especially with someone who is from a different culture and a different language. Mm-hmm. I think that was one of the biggest frustrations in our marriage at first, was the different aspects of your culture clashing with my culture, language, that you speak English very well, but there are times where you use certain words that have a certain
different meaning.
They're grammatically correct, and according to the dictionary, the denotation is correct, but the connotation or the emotional side of it is not what you meant with that word.
Yeah, and I commend you because you have a really long patience with me. Because of course, if I married someone else, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I could just leave her alone." You know, it's just so.
Home. I can't send you home now. You're an American citizen.
Yeah.
Missed my opportunity.
And again, English is not my main language.
It's like your third, fourth language?
No, it's my second language.
Second? I thought it was your third because you had Hiligaynon.
But still,
Tagalog.
I don't even consider Tagalog as my first language because
it's like your second language.
Yeah, I grew up in Iloilo, and then we speak Hiligaynon, and sometimes if we speak Hiligaynon, it's much easier for us to speak English to the other people or the other. Sometimes if we speak Tagalog, it sounds weird, but I know how to speak Tagalog. And also, being married, it requires also like it's a responsibility. It's
a
not
lot.
just love all the time, patience all the time. Of course, you need to work so you can pay bills. So there's like obligation, responsibility, and obligation. Yeah, it's a lot.
Mhm.
And you need to be there to someone. To, I don't know how to say it. You have to help me with this. You need to be there with someone, not just emotionally, but also financially. Yeah, because for being married, it requires also money.
It's expensive,
Yeah, it's expensive. That's true.
especially if you're used to living on your own, where you had your
Mm-hmm.
bills for you, and then you bring on another person, and at first you couldn't work,
Yeah,
so my bills basically doubled.
doubled.
So I had to have two phones. I had to have insurance for you on the car whenever you started driving, as well as me. I had to have, you were showering as well as me showering, so our water bill went up, electricity went up
Showered
because
a whole lot.
you still do, but that's
Yeah,
also
I
part of the
mean-
culture thing.
Yeah.
Is 3 to 4 showers a day isn't uncommon in the Philippines, but you use it a lot of times to cool down.
Yeah. I mean, we adjusted to each other.
Oh, there was a lot of there's still, I think, adjustments going on with.
It's not just food, it's not just culture, it's like a lot.
It's a lot. A lot of things.
Yeah, and we're still learning from this moment. We're still learning from each other.
How long have we known each other?
A long
A
time.
long time.
I
and
mean, we've been married now for 5 years. Going to 6 years.
6 years, and still all I can say is too big in her language.
I mean, maybe I'll teach you in the future, but not right
Been doing this
now.
for a long time.
Yeah. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have more questions about our married relationship, you can comment below and we can make another video for that. But for now, we gotta say bye.
Bye.